movies is a very important part of our business, and it creates the biggest hype.
Bianca Lee is managing director of Warner Brothers for Greater China. The company has been increasing its exposure there and currently has several movies doing well at the box office and has many shows airing on primetime Chinese television. Warner Brothers has also been successful at marketing its consumer products, featuring Looney Tunes, Batman, Superman, and Harry Potter on a retail level. But Lee cautions that protecting intellectual property is still tricky in China.
The licensing industry in China is still at, I would say, at a very initial stage. There is not a lot of understanding about the best practices in licensing. So when we talk to a lot of our potential clients, there is often a lot of education that needs to be conducted.
It's the intricacies that they sometimes don't fully appreciate.
What are the specific rights that they're entitled to? They're not very clear, and they may have their own perception of what they might get.
Why others see value in the asset and to what degree?
Robert Aronoff runs a company that advises small and medium-sized enterprises on how to best protect their intellectual property. He agrees there are a lot of challenges when it comes to doing business in China.
It's language and culture, and also just the history of business and the systems here, and then understanding how to navigate.
But he stresses this should not deter SMEs from trying to crack the mainland China market.
I think what they are laboring under a large misperception is that it's too difficult, it's too expensive to project your intellectual property into China unless you're a large multinational. So I think that's something that has changed considerably, and that's a message that needs to get broadcast back to the West, particularly the SMEs, because they would benefit tremendously from doing exactly that, getting intellectual property protection in what will be the largest marketplace in the world.
He adds that Hong Kong plays an important role in this area.
Well, Hong Kong is basically the gateway. It is the best way to enter into the market, I think, because you have the language, you have experience, you have trusted advisors here.
But intellectual property is something that's formless and shapeless. It's not a transaction of physical goods. Hong Kong, if you look at licensing personnel, there's a good concentration of professionals in this market. And even if a lot of the licensing work being conducted in China through Hong Kong professionals,